at the, what would you call this gondola station? This is
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk Gondola Station. I'm here with an expert. I'm here with Rob. This is the first time you've seen these before.
Oh yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah, they're really cool. I don't know if is this actually a station or is this just kind of one of their turnarounds?
It looks like it's just kind of a turnaround, doesn't it?
Or not turnaround.
There's no way they're having people
shape.
going up and down. If you check out behind me, there's no way they're having people going up and down stairs, especially in the Florida heat. Speaking about heat, what are your thoughts on these things not being air conditioned?
I mean, here's the thing, right? You're in them for such a short amount of time as it is, and if you look, they all have like all these like kind of air pathways coming through.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming they're very well ventilated.
Yeah, and also look like every single one of them has some sort of like blackout things on them.
So I'm actually gonna make a recommendation to people that if you haven't seen these yet, this is actually the perfect locale because you have so many of them coming in here, and it's not a location where people are gonna be going in and out. So if you want to check it out for the first time. And there's the L shape that Rob was talking about. This is cool.
Yeah, this is. I'm really impressed. Like I said, I've used systems like this all over the world, and they work so well. So I'm so happy to see it come here to Disney World.
This is really, really something to see. Now that they're unwrapped, now that you see them moving, and they are, as I said, they are moving. They're moving quick.
And what do we think the capacity for each one is? About 10 people. It looks like they're probably wide.
Probably just you and me, and that's it.
How fat do you think we are?
Well, listen, how many? You and me would be enough for the front row of Pirates of the Caribbean. I wouldn't let anybody else on.
Yeah, but that's because we're selfish and horrible. Oh look, I love the Moana one. Like these are so great.
Oh, there's Scrooge. There is Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck. This is great.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. That's the one I would have liked to have seen first. So Scrooge, if you're out here, it looks like Scrooge is the green car. All-time favorite. It's the same one. Oh, it's the same one from Huey and Dewey and Louie. Scrooge is just on the back. All-time favorite Disney character, by the way, Scrooge McDuck.
And look, there's Goofy in the new.
There's Goofy in the new style, yeah.
I love the new animation style. I dig it. Like I know a lot of people aren't into it, but it's great.
If you're not into the new animation style, you just got to get over it because we're gonna get a ride with the new animation style.
Yeah, this is true, and I can't wait for that.
Just get over it. But yeah, no, you can see these things are booking, and actually a great location. If you remember where the old entrance to MGM on the side road, not from the highway, but on the side road. If you remember where that old entrance was, that's where we're seeing this intersection right here. So if you want to get a good look of it.
We're just in the self-parking section of Boardwalk Resort. So you just come into Boardwalk and say, hey, and
you can see it from the gas station too.
Yeah, gas station. But yeah, this is, if you look behind us, this is just self-parking for Boardwalk, and it's easy to come in here, you know.
This is so awesome. Thank you for encouraging me to come out here, Rob. All right, so we're headed over to, what is this called, the port of entry?
Yeah, this is that international gateway.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Port of entry is universal, remember?
That's, see, you have to ask a theme park guy. He'll tell you the difference. And one thing that Rob pointed out was up here, they really have been doing a lot on the back of France to get ready for Ratatouille.
Yeah, it looks great.
Which I'm happy because it's these Skyliners, like we're talking about. These Skyliners are going to see the back of France.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that the view back here is going to do it justice. You can see we had to take a pause for a second. Rob's talking with some of his fans, discussing Ratatouille, and telling what to expect from the new attraction. So he's doing his job. And I'm just checking out these really, really cool Skyliner carts. It seems like they're putting a little bit of personality to each of the
They absolutely are. I mean, they know that this one's sitting back behind, like, you know, International Gateway is kind of that, like, it's like UK on one side,
right.
Paris on the other. So it kind of has that almost like a little bit of like old school Parisian, maybe like Jules Verne type of look to it.
It's
like
just beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, and no, I couldn't be more pleased. I just find it fascinating that we're going to have a form of transportation that will actually drop you off right in the back, the World Showcase, as opposed to like how the buses take you up front or the monorail takes you up front. This one's going to drop you right in the back.
Well,
which I just find interesting.
It's really funny because for years, like literally since this park opened, or really I guess since these resorts opened, this was always that really kind of nice hidden entrance back here.
I agree.
And I used to love coming in, and we just like to come in and out of like International Gateway. All of a sudden now, man, that traffic is going to increase by like a huge percentage.
Yeah. I mean, why not? It's extra gates.
Yeah. Oh,
They got the people.
No, and it's like I said. Think about all the people that it's going to remove from that whole bus loop. Out of like the front entrance area and bring over here. It's just going to spread it out much further, and I think it's needed.
It's one of the things that Disney World, more than most other parks, does really well is people management.
Yep.
How to manage the crowds, because they're used to the crowds. Pandora's box was just opened. I brought up Country Bears.
Oh yeah, we are talking about Country Bears.
And that, I don't know if that was the best, but I think you're pretty level-headed on your thoughts on it.
It's true. It's like look.
If it goes, it's still a rumor, right?
Like it's an and especially you have to consider the source. It's a very unscrupulous source of where rumors that are usually some of the worst and not true rumors on the internet start.
I feel like, and I said this, and no one seemed to really dispute what I said about it. I love new IPs, by the way. I need to point that out too. And I feel like if they actually did go with, again, what the rumor said was some sort of Woody's Roundup thing, which I think is the coolest thing in the world, if they did that, the reason I wouldn't feel bad about Country Bears is because, in my opinion, what stands for Country Bears right now in the park is really just a shell of what it was. At one point in time, there were different Country Bear shows. And I can still remember the different shows. There was a summertime show.
Vacation Hoedown.
Yeah, Vacation Hoedown. They had a Christmas one. And the Christmas one stuck around for years until they finally cut that one.
They still do it at Tokyo, Japan, by the way.
See, so my feeling is like, if that stuff still exists somewhere in the world, it's doing itself the service to not be like that here. So if they're not going to ever add that stuff, I guess I feel a little less bad.
And here's the thing, like I'll preface, I worked in Bear Country at Disneyland. I worked right next to the Country Bears. I went and saw Country Bears all the time. I love the Country Bears. I literally actually went to go see the Country Bear Jamboree last night when we were at Magic Kingdom. And I didn't do it because of any rumors, just because I genuinely like it. Every time we go to Tokyo Disney, I'm always happy to see like different versions. But the reality comes to this: when we saw Country Bear Jamboree last night, there was maybe 12 people in the theater. Now, I will tell you, just as when we've been walking this short distance while you've been talking, I've been looking around. Guess what I've seen? 4 kids wearing Toy Story shirts.
Yeah,
you know how many Country Bear shirts I've seen?
Zero.
And that's not to say that I have anything against that property. I love Country Bears. I would love for it to stick around forever. I would love for theme parks to become, museums that never change. But there's a reality of it. It's like, it goes back to this. If you have something that is loved by many for many years, and really is it really being loved by many, or is the idea of it being loved by many?
It's hard because it was part of an old era that has really gone, and I love nostalgia. You know that. I mean,
of course, I do too.
I'm a huge. I mean, that's the whole point of my channel, is I just focus on talking about things that make me feel nostalgic. But
you've got retro in the name.
Yeah, I got retro in the name. But I don't require. It sounds so bad to say, but I don't require these things to still exist today for me to still feel that level of nostalgia.
I always feel that sometimes people's memory of something is better than the reality of what it would be
100%.
if that was still here
100%,
today.
yeah.
I mean, I loved Horizons. I loved World of Motion, all these attractions. But I'll tell you, if Horizons still existed today, people would look at it and be like, man, this is kind of a dated ride. And sure,
it was. By the way, it was a little dated when it closed.
Yeah, it was.
And that was in the 90s. And you're right, it is so much in memory. I recently, when I was going through and doing some of the videos about the World's Fair, I recently started really listening to the soundtracks from these old Epcot attractions like Horizons. And that nostalgia is to me, that's pure nostalgia. When you can hear the music and it can kind of just run through you.
Was it If I Can Dream It, Then You Can Do It, Yes We Can.
If you can dream it,
that's right.
You can do it, yes you can. I don't know if I got the words totally right on that, but that is...
You certainly got the tone right.
Close. Thank you. Well, I think it was kids singing it too.
That's true.
But,
don't try to sing like a child.
And then by the way, I think, and this is something as I've been reviewing history, what I realize is some things are just perfect in that moment of time.
You're exactly right. This is great. I will say, if there is one thing that needed all kinds of infrastructure work, I mean, I'm looking I've walked this path hundreds of times, and I just remember this kind of dark area of the parking lot. And now it's opened up. Like, look at the bus area. There's at least 1, 2, 3, and I think I see a fourth one over here, bus area.
It's like Magic Kingdom scale now.
No,
That's what it looks like in terms of...
I really feel that they probably, like, look, I think there's a fifth one down that way, or maybe it goes a little bit further.
Oh, there's a couple gondolas up there.
Yeah. They're hanging, they're just not moving.
How did you feel about them changing the parking signs for studios? Like that one, I don't know why. That one, I miss film, I miss music, I miss...
Yeah, I get it. Like, I don't know, it's a parking sign, you know,
That
like,
bothers me so much more than Country Bears.
That's really funny. I've honestly never thought about it. Literally, for me, the parking lot signs, like get out of my car, I take a picture of where I am, and then after I've been at the park for 6 or 7 hours and I forget about it, and then I look at my phone and I'm like, oh, I thank God my phone didn't die, because now I know where I parked my car.
I don't know, I always loved, I always remembered film,
stage,
music,
yeah.
And movies? No, movies was film.
Television.
Television, TV, and it had...
What are they now? They're like Mickey, Minnie...
Buzz...
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe Jessie? I don't know. So I want you to think about this. Had we not told you guys that this was Studios, would you have known where we were right now? I mean, this is brand spanking new.
Yeah, this is really new.
And swanky looking. It's just too bad they ruined the whole thing with their parking signs. No.
You need to get over this, man. You have issues.
It would have been perfect, and they ruined it. So here it is. This is Studios Gondola Station. And man, even the gondola station looks impressive. But again, sticks to the theming of Studios.
Yeah, I mean, like even like if you look at where like the new Coke machines are here, you know, the fonts that they used, and then they've got this same like this like glass work here that's been at the park before. I mean, like they literally took what they did in like 1988, 89, and replicated it 30 years later.
Yep. That is really fascinating. And we're also very fortunate because the gondola that's stopped right here is Wreck-It Ralph. There it is, up close and personal. And we also get a good view of the actual station. So here is the actual Studios station, very, very close to the front park entrance. This is going to be a great, great way to go from your hotel to Hollywood Studios. The highest number we saw was 208. Yeah. So if any of you guys out there see something higher than 208,
I wonder if it goes up to 300.
Yeah.
So
if anybody sees higher than 208, leave it in the comment section below, and don't lie. If you say 1,000, we'll know you're lying.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
This was an unanticipated video. I want to thank Rob from Theme Park Review.
Hello. Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
And our friends at Coca-Cola for bringing us out here and seeing all this stuff. I hadn't seen these. He had.
I love it. Like, as soon as he said, oh, I want to see the gondolas, I knew exactly where we should go park.
And it became a video. So if you, on the rare chance that someone on my channel has not subscribed to Theme Park Review, do it now. Because, you know, it makes sense.
Thanks,
both like theme parks. And we'll catch you later.
Bye.
And if you've yet to subscribe to Retro Spectrum, hey, why not do that as well? And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Thanks so much for watching.